This is Nikhil with Vex's 44666 channel. We are here with Topher on his deck. If you want to go ahead and explain what you're playing.
Yeah, I played Snake Eye Tenpai. I went 8-3 overall, X2 day one, and I'll get right into the profile. I call it Snake Eye Tenpai. I kind of like to call it half and half. I'm actually going to start with the hand traps. Why I like to call it half and half, it's just 6 hand traps. I wanted to go with, it was either this or Nib. I went with Droll today and it was pretty good. And then the other, instead of 6 more hand traps, I'm playing 6 board breakers. These. I feel like you can't play this deck without this. And then this you can argue 2 or 3, but I went with this today.
Did you ever see any clunky hands where you had like multiple talents?
Multiple talents? No. Yeah, that's like the discussion that always happens is, oh, I only play 2 because I hit it at 3, and I ask them, oh, you must draw it a lot in clumps. It doesn't happen to me this tournament, but yeah, basically when stuff like that starts happening, then I start playing 2, and then, yeah, I don't know, superstitious, right?
Did you see any point where you wanted to see Nib instead of Droll? Would you have made that change in hindsight?
No. I got nibbed and it was pretty good for them, but I don't personally. I think it's interchangeable still. I think you can choose one or the other.
Okay.
For this deck. And then I played these 3 cards in addition to those. This is obvious. And then this is like, if you have Ash and Diabell and they interact with both of those, this is your 3rd push, and it won me like 6 games. It's really good. Since I play Snake Eyes and Tenpais, it's basically like being able to Hita against 2 decks. I can take a Tenpai card and play with it, or I can take a Snake Eye card and play with it. So that's why I played that. And then we can get into the meat. Tenpai was a smaller engine. It was 3 of this, 1 field, 2 Chandra, and these 2. This is a 40 card deck. I previously had that draw spell, the field spell. I forgot what it's called.
Where there's a will, where there's a way.
No, the field spell. Chicken game. Yeah, I had a chicken game in here, and I was trying to fit a terraforming, but instead I took it out and put 1 more Chandra in, and I think that was helpful overall.
Okay.
Basically, you want to play Snake Eyes and go first, and then it's okay if you don't see these game 1. But if you're interacting with each other like normal, and it's not one-sided, and it's they go through your Snake Eye stuff, this stuff usually wins you the game, and that's kind of what happened all weekend. And then the Snake Eye stuff is pretty standard. We'll just lay that down quick. It's these 2. Shout out to Joel White. He built this deck, and I just kind of tweaked it. He wasn't playing this, and this got me places all day, so I think that this moving forward should be in this build.
What did you normally get with Temple in your normal combo?
Like 9 times out of 10 it was Snake Eye Diabell Star to get like 2 extra extenders. It was pretty good. In the future I want to play more of these probably, but I only played 1. Fortunately I drew it quite a bit, but I feel like maybe 2 would be correct. I don't know if I want 3, but that could also be correct. This was pretty good. Obviously when they negate the Ash, you want it. I tried to keep this deck at 40, and I think it worked out. I don't really have a complaint about like, oh, I wish I drew Bonfire, but especially because it does play into Droll, which was a little more prominent today than normal. Those are my comments on that. And then it's just 1 dragon, 1 Snake Eye Diabell Star, the primary target for the field, and then 1, 2, 3, and that's 40. That's all standard.
Any changes in the main deck that you'd make after having played the event?
Good question. Like you said, if I figured I wanted to play something, I could cut 1 talents. These I'm going to mess around and maybe potentially cut an Ash and start going second. I think Joel said he cut Ash to 1, but I don't know if I can do that. These could be nibs. I don't know. I really like the way this performed. I don't know if I would change a lot. I'd run it back, honestly.
Okay, glad to hear.
I'd run this YCS back, same deck, yeah, for sure. I lost to LeBlanc round 9. I think he outplayed me a little bit. And that kind of like made my tournament experience suffer a little bit because I had to win out day 2 and only won 1 of the 2. Would you like to see the extra or the side first?
Extra first.
Okay. It's actually pretty standard looking for a while. We got the one anima. This came in last second because I was afraid of some floodgates, and I didn't think I would use Moonlight, and Moonlight didn't come up, so this was the better choice. The 2 Charmers, the 1-3. I didn't play Celine because I'm playing Synchros. And then these are my 4s. It's normal. I played Seals. This went hard with Metaltronus. I'll tell you about that later. Black Rose. This came up against Cash. And then just enough to kill you is what we're saying. I didn't summon this card all day, but I would have if I knew Tenpai was telling me to go first, which didn't come up. So I did, though, play 2 Tenpais. If anyone's curious, I played 2 Cash, 2 Tenpai, 2 Snake Eye, 2 Branded, 2 Melodious, and 1 Chimera. And I lost to the LeBlanc Snake Eye and Cash round 10 to Shifter game 3. And I did this when Cash does that to you, you just hope you have Ash, you go Temple, Asher Oak, IP, and then you hope to interrupt their Cash monster with the SP. And then, but they had Birth every time, so they just kept going, and they had Theosis as well. So yeah, that happened every time. That sucked, but that's what I had to do. If they have it, they have it. That's kind of the, like, I feel like if you're entering a YCS, you should probably play Fire deck, but if you're not, you should be playing a Shifter deck, and that's why, because that's really all you can do. I'll go to the side deck now.
Sounds good. Let's take a look.
Light and Dark decks, standard 2. My back row hate was 2 Lightning Storm and 1 of this. Before the tournament, I wanted to fit in the 2 skill drains, and I had like 2 MSTs or 2 Cosmics or something in here. And I told myself, I'm not going to play Runic. I'll play the skill drains. And I didn't play Runic. So this was good. This won me game 2 against LeBlanc. I would play it again. Some people are like talking about cutting it, but I don't know. That's just the floodgate, I think.
I've seen a lot of decks play well with it this weekend, so I think that that's a solid selection.
Yeah. I played 3 Metaltronus. This card was especially good in this deck in particular because it plays the 2 engines. So if I play against Tenpai or Snake Eye, there you go. 1 Tenpai player I made go first after he didn't see any of my Tenpai cards. So that surprised him, right? He went set 3, summon Seals pass. I opened with this for the Seals, Duster for the back row, and then he used a Chandra to go into the Seals, so I was able to go Ash Hida, take Chandra, and attack for game. I would 100% keep playing this in this deck until I am not playing it anymore.
I was going to say, I think that card has a lot of applications even outside of Tenpai and Snake Eye.
Yeah,
I did see some value against Labyrinth, saw value against a bunch of other decks that you can see out there. So
there's a lot of value for that.
Yeah.
I played Change of Heart. I think that goes without saying. I just wanted to steal Apoloses and stuff. So, and then I played these. This never got drawn. It would probably win me a game if I did, I guess. So I'll keep playing it probably. And I believe that's it. I have.
So any final notes? Any final shout-outs?
Yeah, shout out to my roommate Travis, my family back home, everyone in Green Bay, and my buddy Whit sitting here waiting for me, and your channel, of course. Shout out to DeBless and Wilson for keeping my spirits up all weekend, and shout out to Indy for, hosting another good tournament. So.
All right, one last thing. Where did you end up placing?
I placed 88th, and there were 1,846 players.
All right, thank you very much.
Yep, thank you.